Faster on the beat, let's get it.
Alright, it's your boy Brandless back at it again. Today I'm excited to showcase, I think it's the first time ever, black purple Luffy against blue Doflamingo. Shout out to both players. I believe Andrew and Gobroku, they're great players. They're always grinding. And man, Andrew is a player that he's always take like random decks, no meta, and go crazy. So I believe that right now they're both undefeated in these locals. So he's just putting that work so far. Here, Dolphy's starting really well. Be able to choose Jinbe early, and I think that was a blind Jinbe, right? I mean, blind Weevil. Because he plays Sengoku, Search, and then do lead ability blind. Because no, he can stack it with that was a great start for him. He can stack it with Teach, so never mind. I think it's a bad matchup for black purple Luffy because they have Dolphy's so aggressive. I think Andrew's doing the right play, going for the board, and Gobroku also just letting it go. It's too early to give him a few, that many cards. But let's see what they do, and hopefully we can learn something today, and then see how the top players do. So here, man, this is another amazing start where you can like literally do Jinbe, Weevil, then do Teacher Fed, and still do lead ability. And I think the percent, I don't know how it depends the ratios, but I think what's the percentage at? If you know, let me know in the comments down below. What's the percentage of Dolphy no hitting something? You see what I'm saying? Like I think it's like 80-90% that you're always gonna hit something. Now he's searching. That's being extra smart too, because you don't want to whiff here. And now you get a law. That's amazing. That is so broken. Like this is a nasty turn, and you can still go 7 alive just because. Oh wait, that's interesting. Oh, you need to do teach effect for order to get it done. So he's prioritizing putting the pressure. He doesn't care about drawing a card they already had. That's interesting. That's really smart, I think, especially in this matchup. Like I say, guys, that's what we do in these top tables now, because we can see other players, top players, so see what they do against the specific matchups. Maybe you're a Dolphy player that struggle against black purple for some reason, or maybe it's the other way. Black purple struggle against Dolphy. Maybe Andrew has the sauce or the lines where if you see those cards, you can compete. That card, I forgot the name, but I think it pops, right, chat? There you go. Wow, that's crazy. You can bottom deck that? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And with I really like, I heard John is be turning purple lately, and like red and purple and red, and I think he shout out to Ginger the Goat. I think he helped him, I don't know, get a few A's or something, and I think he's gonna start testing behind the scenes, and maybe he brings a locals and also top with it. So he's doing the double, man. I think this is a great start for him. The only problem is that he's not developing his own board, and we saw that he drew a loss, so he can just bounce that Sorrow, or maybe now he's gonna attack over it. So yeah, I mean, that's not the worst turn for Chat, what card is that? Oh my god, Andrew, man. Andrew with attacks. Oh my god, bro. Let me see if I can see it, because I'm watching a small screen right now. Chat, I don't think I ever saw that card, seen that card. So if you know what card is that, let me know in the comments down below. Wow, okay, so he doesn't mind him replaying the Sorrow. Okay, I see. That's an interesting play. Wow, man, this is crazy. This is how powerful Dolphy is, man. Wow, that's crazy. I think maybe that was a blocker, and that's why he bounced it. This is crazy, man. So should Dolphy get hit, chat? Should Dolphy get hit? Should Dolphy get out of here? Should Dolphy I think Dolphy is just a gatekeep of a lot of decks that have a lot of potential. Guys, if you go, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I mentioned in the past video I edited, that look Mexico, man. The Mexico treasure card, man. It's so many different decks, man. It was super fun to see. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know Dolphy is the best deck or most consistent deck, but he can lose. There's also there's a lot of decks, man. You can do well with Lucci. I feel like you can do well with Bonnie and Nell, Blackbeard. Even Blackbeard, man. Blackbeard has a lot of potential. It's just right now, of course, in 10 is gonna go crazy. And shout out to the same, man. They already have the update. I mean, I was testing a few games when I was waiting for this video to export from CapCut, and man, I'm playing my OP-09 list against OP-10 deck list. I mean, that's fine. Analyzing my recent losses at locals and analyzing. Chat, I think that's a blocker, chat. I don't know, but it doesn't say blocker. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I mean, he went wide. That's not the worst, but don't forget just be like bounce, go. And now he's a 2 life. I think being a 4 life leader, unless you're a Nell, is really rough for against aggro decks and Dolphy. You know, because it just put a lot of pressure and just take the, you know. And then if you go aggro them, they're gonna have all these big hand, and it's just gonna be. And then they have blockers like Boa. It's just the deck is just so consistent. It has a lot of answers. But like I was saying, on 10, I'm probably gonna be like playing the new Drake. There's a 3-cost card. I don't have my cards with me. There's a 3-cost card that says we already have it. It's an old card. Active in main, bottom deck at 1 cost. And I think it's Brahan, something like that. Bottom deck a stage 1 cost, right? And you can rest up 4 less. So I'll be seeing that. And also the Drake, and you have a debate what to run, because I really like now why 2K you cut, because I really love Flampe. Flampe really matched my style. I really like build like one of my biggest. If you see my gameplay and you're about to see in the coming days, I really have used Flampe. Some games Flampe just give me an insane advantage. Here just play another 6 bounce. Going aggro, he can still do teach ability. He search, he can reuse the search. That's why Dolphy is. The problem with Dolphy, or like the good thing about Dolphy, what makes it great, is like you can just to reuse your searchers, your characters. Just so broken. It is so consistent. Be able to choose. Okay, I'm just gonna bounce my searchers, my Sengokus, and I'm gonna replay them, and I'm gonna play Law and still bounce your board. And look how many things he bounced this turn, man. It's just so, it makes it so good against, you know, a deck that doesn't do that, because, you know, you not allow him to build his board. You not allow him to put the pressure or to have a chance, because you're just removing everything. And Dolphy, man, I know people get bored of just Dolphy mirror matches or like only seeing Dolphy high competitive, but seeing this gameplay and see how Goku piloted, man, it's fun to watch. Because that's skill, man. Like, he just control the tempo of the game. He going wide. And I feel like he has a good match, of course. But just seeing how he piloted, the decision he makes, man, it's really entertaining, man. It's really like, you can see the skill. Okay, maybe, I think, let's see what he does now. I think just black purple. It's just too far behind, chat. It's just too far behind. Yeah, you play the double 10 drop. I mean, you play the 10 drop, you get an extra turn, but he's just too far behind. You have no board. Look at his board, man. Just nasty. But yeah, man. Probably yes. Sometimes I go talking about one topic and then go away, but because I also don't want to just talk about. I want to also talk about the game. But if you as an NL player, I haven't tested. I just wait for the set. I know we're gonna like I say, if everything goes well as planned, on the 21st on 10 release, we're gonna be opening a few cases at Ginger House, Ginger the Goat, and we're gonna be streaming that if everything goes as planned. And yeah, after that day, yeah, you're gonna see. Well, there's a few pre-releases, so if I get my cars before that, of course I'm gonna be testing it, maybe with the homies. So I just, like I said, I'm not in a rush. Sometimes I'm gonna recommend that if you are pro player and you have big tournaments, you need to test ahead of time. Like if you know early 10 you're gonna have a big tournament, yes, go crazy and be prepared. And now you have the sim, so even better. But it's crazy how many dons he can get back like that, right? With lead ability, with solo combo. It is insane. I see a lot of potential in black purple. It's just maybe it's missing a few cards. Maybe you just gotta find a build that match to compete in this format. But it's I mean, just the dons, how you have used them is super fun to watch. That's why I really like how John plays red purple, where sometimes he can like play double blockers and then still have a don open for Gangam. It's super fun to watch. I really like how those combos works. But like I was saying, man, like, but of course, you might be see me with still with control and nail, but more aggro control. By mean, it's like I might cut the Kadatsus and like or play less of them. Why? Because we're getting a 4-drop event. So remember, with Rock a Luffy, active and main, you can always kill a 4 less. It doesn't rely on your opponent's life. Nami, no matter your opponent's life or your life, you can kill a 5 or less. Now with a new 4-drop event, I forgot the name, but it's a new event. Excuse me. You pay 4 dons. You see, I think you can either see the top of your life or your opponent's. Move it. So if I have 2 life, I can see my life. Or even if I have 1, I can now have the information that, oh, I have a Zero Cost, I have a Capone, I have a Frankie, I have whatever. Or my opponent and move it. If I have 2, I can see the top, put it to the bottom. Oh, I see a 0 cost on top, put it down at the bottom if I really need it. And I can kill a 5 or less. So here, go broke, which is I have the board stage. I don't care about your 10 drop. Going 15 to 12, that's a good play. So now I've used your board, and that's how I feel like that's what he did. He just set up himself where like I'm just gonna have a big turn. I'm gonna control your board, and once you have no board, once I have no threat, I'm gonna go all in. So now he's going 9, 9, 7. Still have 4 dots, and just putting a lot of pressure. So now, of course, Black Purple has 3 characters, right? He can maybe go for Lito if he can math him out. But he has a lot of, he doesn't have like crazy amount of cards in hand, but he has cards in hand. You know what I'm saying? Like he just has to block 1. So, and you have 2 life to work with. And I think I see Boa. So it's just, you see what I'm saying? That's what smart players do. Where like no hand. Like you give me your own hand. Of course, Gongo is so broken, you get a +2. So you still have 2 cards, but you have no hand, no life, and you only have 3 attacks. And what he's gonna do? He's not gonna risk it. You seeing him? He's abusing the fundamentals of the game. Okay, now you have no hand, and I have a blocker. I can stack my life. I can see what I'm gonna do, and then next turn, if you don't kill me, I have Lito. In a perfect scenario, maybe he can do Sanji here, kill the Boa. But you're wasting all your dons. It's not enough. And then now you force him. He gives you all his defense, and he has 2 life. And that's one of the things that I'm always striving for. You see, he just say GG's. It's just there's nothing he can do. Like even if he plays a Sanji, he can do like 5, 5, and 12. It's not gonna be enough. So you take the first 2. You block one of the 5, and you choose how to win. But yeah, and he has counter in hand. But Chad, that's one of the things that I'm always striving for, to learn the matchups and the fundamentals of the game. Like some games I lose because I didn't attack at the right time. I have the board advantage, but I never have used it. So things like that, you always gotta work on it. And I'm also me. I feel like I'm an experienced player because I've been grinding forever. Like I've been playing since OP-04, if I'm not mistaken, late OP-03, OP-04. That's when I started learning the game. So now we're about to hit 10. So that's a lot of grind. And my dream is to hopefully one day become a pro player, compete against the best. But I have experience in the game. I'm not saying I'm a pro, I'm the best player, no. But I have experience. I've been grinding a lot. And things that I still into today and I'm always going to do, my mentality is that I don't know nothing, but I want to know everything. So what I do is I'm always have the open brain, open mentality, clear mind, what could have done better, let me grind, let me ask questions, let me see what things I can abuse, and never be afraid of taking different choices or changing your list even if you don't perform well, because like you always gotta have a like my thought process is like like I'm always 10 step ahead. Like I don't care about the present, like, in the sense like if I lose and tomorrow I make changes and I lose again, I don't care. I'm learning because I'm trying different things. And also find your play style. You see what I'm saying? Like now we're getting into the game where like it's super healthy, and depending the color you play, you have a lot of room for being yourself, for taking, for being different. So don't shy away. Of course, if you're playing the best decks, usually 90% of the deck is gonna be the same because it is figured out. But I feel like colors like yellow and nail, you can build it so many different ways. So sky's the limit. Don't shy away. Don't let negative comments shut you down. Believe in yourself. Play what you love and keep grinding and strive for greatness. Guys, thank you for the love, for the support. Hopefully you enjoyed the match. I think it was a really skill play, competitive play from both of them. I feel like both each have a better matchup. But congrats to both of you for making it there. And Andrew, keep grinding, man. I'm really proud of you. And I know he's been grinding off meta and he's been cooking because he does really well with this type. He does well with Vegapunk, blue yellow queen. Like he always playing different decks and he does well. So I'm proud of you, man. Keep grinding and go Broco, man. Again, it's always a pleasure playing against you, watching you play. Keep grinding, my brother. The sky's the limit for you. Alright, guys. So again, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, and turn on the bell, man. It's the best way to support us, man. So hopefully I see you around the next one. Take care. GG's. I love it. I love it. I love it.